Do you think we'll ever become a landscape hub? Again, drawing.
I think that is a bit artificial.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like, wow, here's the space for you. You can graffiti. Yeah, you can be a rebel.
Okay, tell us a bit about it. Because, today I know that there's a sports hub, there's a business hub, a games hub, air hub, arts hub, music hub, tech hub, education hub, HDB hub, biomedical, and
My
tourism
ears
hub.
are bleeding. I hate the word hub.
Okay. So what do you think about this word hub?
All my friends know this. Okay, I hate the word hub.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's such a buzzword. Wow, we're gonna make this a multimedia hub. We're gonna make Singapore a harbor hub thing or whatever. Yeah. All the time. You cannot force it. You can set up an infrastructure and let it grow. You cannot say, oh, we're gonna make this an art hub. So let's set up this space and all the kids can go and graffiti. That is not what you do. Okay? You sometimes close one eye, let the kids do, and let them develop on their own, and grow on their own, and rebel against something. Not say, oh, you're rebellious, you're gonna stamp that out, Yeah, I mean, and if it's silly rebellion, it's still, them developing and opinion. Okay, we need to have opinions, and I think that's very important. So you cannot force hubs, and a hub is such an awful word.
Okay, what do you think of take on the hub said that little rebellions should be allowed to go through in order and let the kids sort of go out and form their own opinions or whatever, and not be confined to a specific place where we are supposed to do this, that, and that's it. What do you think about it?
Agreed, of course. Maybe they should have a opinion hub somewhere, one corner of the island, or a rebellion hub there. They should.
I know. Pay for a license first.
It's available, but I feel it's needed. If the child is just following a one track, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, parents, it starts from home actually. It's not the environment that will change the child's habit. It's the home that does the trick. If the bonding is there in family, it's okay. But I believe once the kid goes to school and once he is influenced by friends, peer pressure, whatever he's learned at home shouldn't take his mind away. And that's at the start it should be from the family. From the start it should be from the home. That's where it should begin.
But what about the rebellion part? Would you encourage your kids to just go out and just do little rebellions?
If it's a group of friends, rebelling or being rebellious for a right reason, yeah, why not? Why not? Why go for it? No, I mean, not obviously going out there in activity where you strike fear in the hearts of, oh my God, they're coming here. No, yeah, and with that too, and the torches and flames. Yeah, so that's not acceptable, and I think our society is going to tolerate that. But yeah, if my kid actually comes up to me and says, but Dad, I need to do this. Hey, I have to understand what he's trying to say. It also is from home. It starts from home. But I think what we're failing to realize here is that we're taking things for granted. What about the other people, the foreigners that come to Singapore, and what are they saying? And I bet you they're probably saying, wow, what a great place Singapore is, how fortunate Singaporeans are. You could just plug and play and move on and go somewhere else. But these guys are already here in Singapore. They've got everything around them. Whereas we're coming here, okay, we do make our money, okay, we're going to go off already. Yeah. We come in here, okay, we do this hub, okay, we're out of here. But in their mindset, I'm thinking this is what they're feeling. They're fortunate. Singaporeans here are very fortunate.
Okay, I think one of the things that they were thinking about, I think sort of you generally need ownership, Singaporeans don't feel ownership. Do you think freedom of speech has anything to do with having ownership in the country?
Freedom of speech, you have to, and I think there's laws now being laxed, even on the internet maybe. There are a bit of laws being laxed, but not going over the border, over the mark. It's very important to hear views. Very important, because if you don't take in a view from the left or the right, you're never going to progress. You need to take views from every side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the laws being laxed are enough?
Yeah, well, enough or not is, relative to which side you're on, of course. But I think
any case study that you could think that the laws are not
let me pull up
relaxed enough in terms of freedom of speech.
I think it's laxing, but how much of the voices from the left is being heard, really seriously being heard? I don't
Any
know.
particular issue?
No.
No?
No, I don't know. I can't like say,
Okay.
you know, it's a particular issue or incident, but it just makes me wonder how much is being heard, or is it just tokenism? Hey, okay, relaxing, you know, the laws, just have a look here, this is what we're doing, you know. So I think if it is seriously considered, then, you know, views from the left are seriously considered, or views, you know, just from everyday man, you know, seriously considered, and then it's good, but I'm not sure if it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wanna, is there anything you'd like to say to that?
If it's the leftists, I think people are hearing it. Authorities are definitely hearing what the leftists are saying, but they're putting it under low profile. They probably are, and they don't want to explode it. There are probably more leftist mentions than the guys on the right. And because they're thinking about it, the high authorities are probably going, okay, let's just change and relax it a bit. But it's always good, and I believe it's always good to police. Because once you've got security, you can go out late at night and do anything you want, nothing's going to happen to you. Especially here in Singapore.
I mean, I agree that, you know, it's great to be able, and I'm sure there's steps that were taken, I mean, like, you know, to have us now be very safe in the streets and, you know, feel safe in the streets and all. But I think a lot of things are irrelevant today because a lot of people are more educated and they can discern for themselves. And when you treat us like fools, we don't like it, right? Yeah, so, you know, when I also think that you can't suddenly relax all the rules, you know? Yeah, but some of it is going too slowly, and Singaporeans are impatient. Yeah, so that's what I think.
I think we're taking things for granted. We should realize it. Singaporeans should realize it that we're quite there. You know, we're quite there with the Western society, and yet we still have our Asian values with us. And I mean, if we're being spoon-fed, sometimes others may feel, man, why are we just being force-fed, do this? I think it's also good to remember where we're from, you know. It's always good.
I agree. I remember, you know, and not I remember, but I know where we're from, and I know the story of our independence and all that, you know. And it's not to say that I don't feel fortunate being here. You know, I feel very lucky that we have so many great things. You know, I can go out and have a game of pool with my friends, and it's fine, you know. But that does not mean that I should not have an opinion about the way that I'm being governed. And I think if I do not have an opinion about the way I'm being governed, then it's very worrying, because then Singapore would just be a nation of robots, you know. Some dissidence is fine, you know. Obviously, it will be better if it's well thought out, but still, I think even if it's just white noise, it's still okay. Yeah, like it's very important to have an opinion, not just say, "Wow, everything is great. I would go with it." You know, and I think a lot of people from the generation, our parents' generation, are very, very thankful because they've been through that. Yeah, and my mom loves Lee Kuan Yew. Yeah, you know, and of course I'm from a different generation, but there are people in my generation who forgot the, you know, history, right, and don't think about it carefully. So I think it's important to have an opinion and still remember how we got to this point.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for having some coffee with me and ironing out some issues.
Pleasure. You're welcome.
Anytime. Thank you.